Welcome to the show. And on the show today, I want to talk about story time. But before we talk about story time, I wanted to let you know that my daughter's one chicken passed away. Tiny, the black chicken that was the biggest one of all of them, passed away yesterday. She found it this morning, passed away. I think it was from the hot. It was like 98 or so for the last couple days. And she still has the 4 new ones there in that smaller cage area, and there's one of the red ones she still has. She still has the 4 red ones, yeah. Or orange or brown or whatever you want to call them. And there's the rooster down there at the bottom. And 3 more hens, her new ones. So I hope Tiny rests in peace. He was a good chicken. She was a good chicken, a good layer. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear the rooster try to crow? Pretty cool. So I want to talk about story time. There was a thing on. He's trying to crow again. Hey, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Rooster. You better get right with the times because he was trying at 5 a.m. this morning. He's really practicing good. So story time, there was a thing I saw on the internet that back when the movie Tootsie was, when Dustin Hoffman played a girl, nobody cared about that she played a woman. Well, it was a movie. It was a comedy movie. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't real life. Somebody in real life could have done that. We had RuPaul, a man, definite man who dressed up like a woman and was in shows on TV as dressed like a woman, like a drag queen. What the heck? You know, he was a real man, though. RuPaul is a man. He stayed a man, but he was just a drag queen dressing up like a woman. Then this guy also mentioned, after you mentioned Tootsie, where a man dressed up like a woman, and he mentioned Tom Hanks was in a comedy show with another guy, and they pretended to be women to stay in the dorms to whatever. I don't know if it was for work or for college, to be in that college. I don't know. But guess what? It was a comedy show. It wasn't real life. It was a show. It was not real. And he said, nobody cared. And then I'd like to know who these nobodies are that nobody cared. He thought he knew that nobody cared. So the third thing he mentioned was Mrs. Doubtfire, when Sally Field played the wife, and they had a couple kids, and Robin Williams played the husband who she left. She divorced him or was estranged from him, I'm not sure. And she was looking for a housekeeper, so he even put on a mask, like it was a big, heavy rubber mask to be this old lady, Mrs. Doubtfire, to be there. Like caregiver there, nanny, I guess. Robin Williams was Mrs. Doubtfire. And I thought that movie was cool, that he loved his family enough that he would wear that heavy, sweaty, hot mask and just to be with his kids and take care of them. But that was just a movie too. It wasn't real life. And in real life, a person might have picked out right away that was not I lost my earring. I got to backtrack and try to find it. My orange earring. Well, anyway, but that was not a real person, that it was her husband, her estranged husband. But in the end, this guy said, nobody cared. Well, who are all these nobodies that nobody cared? I thought it was a great comedy movie where he even had a show, and then he said, the story ended with Mrs. Doubtfire in story time. Because she was telling stories to kids. Yeah, be like a character, like a mouse, like Chuck E. Cheese dressed up. It's a human being dressed like someone else. Mrs. Doubtfire telling stories was an old lady, not a drag queen, people. So as far as story time goes, you know what I think about that. Mrs. Doubtfire was an old lady, and I'm an old lady. Am I offensive to you? Am I dressed up like a hoe? No. telling stories to your kids. Neither was Mrs. Doubtfire. So story time is fine for characters dressed up, telling stories. Even Pee Wee Herman. Mecca lecca high, mecca lecca low, mecca lecca high, mecca hidey ho. And the cherry, and that was a genie inside a box that would say mecca lecca high, mecca lecca low, mecca lecca lecca mecca lecca high, mecca hidey ho. So nobody cared. Who are all these nobodies is what I want to know about this story time. And trying to brainwash kids into thinking that anything goes is all right. Read the Bible. I hope you're having a wonderful day and that you just keep dancing. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la-la-la. Mrs. Y. Vaughn, Miss Yvonne, from Pee Wee Herman, is doing great. And I know Pee Wee Herman, the guy who played him, passed away. May he rest in peace, and may Tiny the chicken rest in peace. So just keep dancing. Bye.